Good morning, y'all, from the morning of Game 4, Magic versus Pistons. I was meaning to do this episode yesterday, I swear, but with my race in the morning, and by the way, if you guys don't know what the Ringling Bridge is in Sarasota, Florida, search that up if you don't, but if you do, I raced over that yesterday in a 10K, and we had to run that bridge twice, up and down. Um, and I ran a 37 in a 10K over that bridge. Yeah, exhausted. But anyway, I woke up bright and early today to get this done. So we have something to look forward to tonight. Um, we know how game 3 went. Palos 3, Franz took over in the fourth quarter. We did blow an 18-point lead, though. Kind of upset about that. But it just shows that we stayed together. We controlled it, and we closed it out. That was the key. We still closed it out. I mean, it was a 17-point swing. I know it was 94 to like 79 or something. I'll put the scores up here in a sec. But so the Pistons came all the way back, took the lead 105-104, and then we went on a 9-0 run to close the game, which was epic. In our home crowd, our home stadium. That now makes us 7-1 in home playoff postseason games in the last 3 seasons. So game 4, I'm excited about this. I was considering going to it. Unfortunately, I'm not. I have settled my bets, and I am going to take a risk on game 6. If here's how I see it, right? If the Magic win tonight and they somehow win game 5 in Detroit, they win in 5. They go to the next round. I'm going to go see a game in the next round 100%. I have made that decision. But if we win tonight, lose game 5, game 6 is on a Friday. I have nothing to do that day. I'm going to go to game 6. Take a chance at seeing the Magic win a playoff series in front of their home crowd for the first time in 17 years. I'm going to take that chance, right? So it's either next round or game 6. I have made that decision. One of those things is 100% going to happen. So I feel good about my chances. Staying home tonight to watch that game, I'm fine with that. It is a Monday. My foot is aching. I just want to rest a little bit after I get off my 9 to 5. But anyway, let's get into this. Magic versus Pistons. We are up 2-1 in the series. Let's go. Game 4, yet again, Magic are now, checked this morning, they were 2.5-point underdogs at home. It bumped up to 3.5. I think he'll go back down by the afternoon. I'm hoping so. But 2.5, same ballpark as last game. So definitely feel good about that spread being so low. 3 hours before game 3, we did only drop to 1.5. So I am looking forward to that. Hopefully we drop back to 1.5, maybe 0.5, right? But right now 3.5, I think it'll drop back down to 2.5, maybe 2. But yeah, a lot to expect for the spread-wise for all my bettors out there. Magic are averaging 102 points versus this team in this series. Pistons are only averaging 101.3 points a game. So you look at that, we're winning the point margin. We're winning the point battle. We're scoring more points over the course of the series, which is big because this series is all about defense. It's super physical. So in the East, we look at the Magic are the only team that is up as a lower seed because we look at the 2-7 Celtics versus Sixers. The Celtics are up 3-1. We look at the 4-5 Cleveland versus Toronto. Cavs and Toronto are currently tied. By the way, getting a little bit 2024 Orlando Cleveland vibes out of that. Cleveland win their first 2 games at home, go back on the road and lose 2 in a row. Same thing happened to us. So Toronto fans, there's hope for game 7 there. And then you look at the 3-6 matchup as well. The Knicks and Hawks. That is currently tied 2-2. So Magic are really, keep in mind they've all had their game 4s. We have not. But hey, listen, it's looking good for us. Okay. Let's talk about some big games from the Magic players stepping up in Game 3. Paolo had 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Paolo, playoff machine. He's one of the best players in the postseason this year, last year, and the year before that. You can't argue that with me at all because it's true. It's the facts. Desmond Bain had 25 points, 7 rebounds, and only 1 assist. But it's Desmond Bain. He's a shooting guard, but he does pass. So Bain went 7 of 9 from 3 to break a Magic franchise record with the most three-pointers in a game in the playoffs. I think he broke it or he tied it, but still, that is insane. Okay, that home crowd got him going. Okay, that just shows you that trade that we made, giving up 2 first-round picks, Cole Anthony and Contavious Caldwell-Pope for Desmond Bain, has paid off miraculously. 2 years ago, we had Gary Harris dropping us a hot 7-2 every night, in the playoffs. Now Desmond Bain is dropping us a hot 25 and 7. That trade paid off. It gave us what we needed in the playoffs, right? So great job. I don't know why I'm saying this, but great job, Jeff Weltman. You're still on my bad list, but great job for now. Okay, Carter Jr. Let's talk about this man because people close to me know. I don't like this guy. I don't like him. I think Carter Jr., before this season, he just was inconsistent with his lineups. Being in and out of the lineup, he's always hurt. He's not consistent at the rim of scoring points. He gets out rebounded night to night. Well, this season, he played 74 games, I think it was, the most in his career. And in this playoffs, he has won the battle with Jalen Duren. He's going head-to-head with Jalen Duren, and he's winning that battle every game aside from Game 2. Okay? He has won that battle. And look what he did in Game 3. He outplayed him again. Ironically, Carter Jr. has outplayed Jalen Duren in both Orlando wins. That might be the recipe, right? And for the Pistons, that might be what they need for them to win and get back into this, right? And get home court advantage back, which, by the way, Orlando have home court advantage now. So let's go with that. Carter Jr. had 17 rebounds. Most rebounds in a playoff game since Dwight Howard. Massive for that. Against a guy like Jalen Duren? Come on, man. Jalen Duren has not been. He's not looked good offensively. Defensively, he's been good, but offensively, he's not looked good at all. So there's something going on there. If Pistons want to have a chance at anything in this series, they got to get him going, and they got to get everybody else going. Honestly, the only offensive production we've really seen consistently is Cade Cunningham. Tobias had a pretty good game in Game 3, but it just wasn't enough, right? So we need to see more offensive production from those guys. I don't want to see that. I personally do not care, but I'm just being from a fan perspective. The Pistons, they could win this series if they get those other guys going, but they just seem out of sync, and they're not a 3-point shooting team. And it just goes to show that JB Bickerstaff is not that good of a head coach because he's making this team shoot threes, which they cannot shoot threes. They're not a 3-point shooting team. Again, reminds me of the 2024 Orlando team where we were just chucking up threes, which we didn't really have any 3-point shooting at all. So now that we do, we're still chucking up threes, but they're actually going in as they did in Game 3. So I like that. Duren and Robinson are becoming liabilities for the Pistons. Okay, and I expect more of that in Game 4 as well. I expect them to get into some foul trouble. They've been in foul trouble, and they have not offered much offensive production. I mean, Duncan Robinson is a guy that got paid, I think $85 million for 3 years on the Heat, and they got a massive extension here in Detroit just for shooting the ball. He's not shot the ball well this series. He's missing wide open threes. Watch him hit 43s tonight, but no, Duncan Robinson is not playing well at all. He's not providing any offensive production at all. Again, Game 4, get Duncan Robinson going, So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, but I mean, it's just Kate Cunningham is having to do it by himself. And by the way, we forced Kate Cunningham to go like 8 for 23 the last game. So we're doing our job. Defensively, we're keeping the other guys out the game, and we're just focused on Cade. And if he scores 40, great. The rest of the team scores like 20, that's great. Um, like I said, Carl Jr. outplayed Jalen Aladirn in both Orlando wins, which is massive for us. We need him to win that again tonight because then we'll go up 3-1 in the season series. Let's look at the quarter ratios. The quarter scoring for game 3. Quarter 1, it was 26-26, tied at halftime, right? Game could go any which way. The Magic go on a good little run in the second quarter. The Magic win that quarter 35-28. Okay. Quarter 3, Magic won that by 1. But they already have a lead, so they just added to it, right? 26-25. And then we look at quarter 4, which, again, Orlando have that lead. Pistons crawled back into the game, right? And they went absolutely nuts. They tried to close in. They couldn't close in, right? So, I mean, the Pistons went on, I think it was like a 18-0 run or something like that, 18-2 run, something like that. But I didn't watch too much of the game. I was currently at work. By the way, NBA, thanks for making this game out at 1 p.m. on a Saturday. Makes sense. It's probably one of the best series in the East right now. So, I mean, no disrespect, but come on, like when the Cavs are up 2-0 at the time, or the Knicks are. I mean, the Knicks series is pretty good too. I'm not saying any of these playoff games are bad, but you out of all the games, you choose this one to go at 1 o'clock. I mean, it makes no sense. In Orlando too, it just makes no sense. I've been to a 1 p.m. game in Orlando before, in the playoffs. Ironically, it's not bad. Actually, you get home at a pretty good time. You get to go out after the game at a reasonable time and have a good time, But I'm just so confused about why 1 p.m. But anyways, and going to the fourth quarter now, the scoring was 26-26. We entered the Detroit run pretty evenly, so I'm pretty happy about that. Just double checking my facts here. Yep. So 26-26. So Magic won 2 of the quarters, and then 2 of the quarters were pretty even. Just answering, just like how we did in game 1, we answered the runs, and I think our home crowd really got us into it. I mean, we've been waiting 17 years to win a playoff series, so I think we're kind of ready for it, and we're showing that, and I think Kia Center is going to show out again tonight, and like I said, Magic ended the game on a 9-0 run after blowing a 17 or 18-point lead. It's just, first of all, that can't happen, but to answer back the way we did was amazing. So, but let's not let that happen again. If we're up big, I hope we learn from it, and we are able to retain that lead now. So, that's going to be the key thing. Going to the lineups now. I know I said I'm expecting to see a Paul Reed appearance, and we did see a Paul Reed appearance, but it was at the cost of Ron Holland. Here's what I'm going to say, okay? And I'll put it up here like I always do. I'm going to say that, and listen, I'm just being real, okay? I'm being honest, right? I'm going to keep the same starting 5 for Orlando, same nine-man rotation we've had. It's been working, right? There's no reason to change it up. For the Pistons, I think you have Cade Cunningham. You put Kevin Huerter at the 2. Give him a shot. See if he changes things up. He's not been shooting the ball well either, but he's been shooting it better than Mr. Duncan Robinson. Okay, Tobias Harris. You roll with Jalen Duren at the center. You have to. He's your all-star center. You can't just take him out the game, unfortunately. I mean, I wish you could, but you just can't. So you roll with that, because why would you change up the center position, right? I mean, it just makes no sense to do that. And you put Ausar Thompson in there as well. Ausar Thompson's been a liability offensively as well. But the big change I'm making for the Pistons is going to be Kevin Huerter for Duncan Robinson. I expect that lineup to roll out. Or you could see Kevin Huerter get more tick than Duncan Robinson. Could happen. Like I said, I don't want it to, but hey, you know what? It's the playoffs. You got to try something. Being down 2-1, this is the time you try it. You're either going to go home down 3-1 or you're going to go home tied. So that's kind of the risk reward you take here. The series isn't over if you try this for the Pistons, okay? So that's the only change I would take. Ron Holland not getting any time kind of confused me, but hey, you know what? He hasn't really been that good on offense either. I mean, nobody has, let's be honest. Paul Reed was not the answer on Saturday afternoon. He played better than you would have expected him to play. He's not a good player typically, but Isaiah Stewart played really well too. Hell, honestly, if you get down 3-1, you might as well just go out with Kay Cunningham, Kevin Huerter, Asar Thompson, Isaiah Stewart, and Jalen Duren. Might as well, I'm sorry. You might as well go out with Kay Cunningham, Kevin Huerter, Asar Thompson, Tobias Harris, and Isaiah Stewart. And maybe you might bench Jalen Duren or give Isaiah Stewart some more playtime. I don't know. I mean, the Pistons are in that situation where it's like, wow, we're the 1 seed and we're down 2-1 to an 8th seed. Let's make history, guys. Let's be the 7th team to win a series as an 8th seed. And by the way, I'll keep saying this over and over, and you guys will hate me for it, but the Magic are not a real 8th seed. We are generally a top 3, top 4 team in the East when we are fully healthy and when we have it going. Haven't had a good season. The playoffs is a new season for us, and we really have been playing to that statement that we made after the Hornets game. This is a new season, brand new season for us. Clearly it is. So you had the Magic fans 3 weeks ago calling for Jamel Mosley's job, screaming fire him at the games. Me included, screaming sell the team and all of this, screaming like put us out of our misery, end the season, whatever. Now you got us believing more than ever in this team. So let's go, Magic, baby. Okay, you got us believing now. Don't disappoint us. Please don't disappoint us. We are up 2-1. We could drop one more game, but we have 2 more home games. There's no reason why we should not win this series right now. We have home court advantage. We have been really good in the playoffs at home. Let's just finish it. Let's close it out. We can make it a little more interesting, though, with Game 6, so I could, go to Game 6. By all means, I don't want to lose another game to the Pistons, but if we do, it's not the end of the road. I get something out of it, but I'd rather not. Let's be honest. I'd rather this be closed out in 5. All right? One more point I'm going to touch on is Magic are plus 100 to win the series. They started off at like plus 1,100 or something, plus 950, 900. They're plus 100 to win the series. It's a coin toss now, right? The sports books are starting to kind of believe, like, hey, this Magic team could really win the series. Like, this is kind of scary, right? I'm hoping Vegas doesn't make a call, but Magic could win the series. They're going to win this series. I've been saying it for ever since we won Game 1. But I always believe that Magic will make this a competitive series. I believe this is going to be a good series. People told me sweep. People told me Pistons in 5. Magic will be lucky to steal one. I've heard it all. And I just said, like, watch. We're not a real 8th seed. We're just as physical, if not more physical, than the Pistons team. And we have more consistent talent on our team. Right, in the starting 5, you got Paolo over Tobias. You got Desmond Bane over whoever the 2 guard is there. And then you have Franz over Asar Thompson. Like, you have more scoring talent on this team. We're more talented offensively than the Pistons are. Okay, you have one person on Detroit that could score you consistent 20 to 40 a night. That's not enough because everyone else is scoring like maybe 12, 15 at most, right? Yeah, Tobias Harris had like 19, but whatever. Anyway, my pick for this game, Magic winning. Game 4, Magic going up 3-1. I'm confident in this pick. I'm confident in us. I'm confident in this series. Magic will go up 3-1 tonight. We're going to win this game, and I feel good. At this point, I'm not even nervous anymore. I'm not even scared. I'm expecting this now, right? There's an expectation in the 407, bro. There's an expectation down there. And we, as the diehard Magic fans, we are expecting to win this series now. As crazy as that sounds, if you would have told me this 4 weeks ago, I would have been like, "Shut up! Just don't even. I don't want to hear it." But I'm a believer. I'm confident. I feel good. I mean, I feel great. I've had a great past few days with Orlando winning Game 3 at home. I broke down in tears. I'll be honest with you. I broke down in tears watching like Palos 3 go up, boom. Broke down in tears because I know how much this means for us, for our fans, and for our team. And I'm going to tell you right now, after that Game 3 performance, these fans are going to come out even louder, even crazier. So I'm looking forward to the atmosphere in Game 4. Wish I could go. It's just it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit into my schedule. I really just need to rest a little bit. It's been a long season for me running wise. But anyways, go Magic. Magic win Game 4. And I'll see you guys in Game 5. It looks like we get a few more episodes in this series. So why not? Let's go Magic. Deuces, guys.